What's going on, the Wrestling Fanatic here? My name's Callum.
I'm the More.
And welcome to episode 8 of the Royal Fumble podcast. Last episode we just looked at was John Cena's 2025, trying to fantasy book it. Just what we want to see from John Cena.
It's going to be fun.
So if you haven't seen it, go watch it now.
Right now.
This video, however, is the just our normal 2025 predictions, what we want to see in 2025 from everyone else, as well as maybe a bit more of Cena, but all the Cena stuff, we're not going to be spending a lot of time on this video because we did that in the last video. So now we're looking at the rest of the roster. Cena got his own video, so this is the rest of the roster. This is kind of like, I've got nothing prepared. I'm just going to wing stuff based on whoever I think of.
This word first thing came in my head, just type it down for the last 20 minutes before this.
Okay.
The first thing I got
Should we start with who do we think's going to win the Rumble? Men's Rumble first.
That's not a hot take, but it's got to be Punk. It's got to be Punk.
It's going to be Punk?
So, I'm certain on it.
I have not thought anything out yet, but I think Punk is...
One job,
probably,
man.
Yeah, Punk's never won a Rumble. I think this is a good way.
It's time to main event.
Perfect time for him to win that Rumble. So I think we give it to Punk. Because I was gonna say he could win the Chamber, because we don't really know who Punk's gonna verse. Like, are we really assuming it's gonna be Punk Gunther at that point? But
well, even a Cody Punk match would be good.
Yeah, but I do want Punk to win the Rumble because he's never won one, and he's like probably top of the list, near the top of the list of people that have never won one that should.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think this could be the year Punk wins it. So I would also go with Punk. Who you got for the Women's Rumble?
Right now I got Io. I can't see anyone getting near right now.
I think Io as well.
There's only for me. There's maybe 1-2 more options. Maybe. I don't want to see it again, but Liv is a big possibility. I don't want to see it there. I think Charlotte's got a really good hot crack at it.
Yeah, Charlotte could be the first 2 times.
Yeah. Becky, maybe, but no one else really.
I think it'll be, because we're more than likely getting Tiffy Charlotte, and we're probably getting Rhea Io. And I think Io winning the Rumble would be probably better.
It'll get more heel on Charlotte if she wins another Rumble, though.
Yeah. Io's never won one, but Charlotte... Because Charlotte, you could also go with a storyline that she's going for Rhea to start with.
Well, it's more open-ended, because, finish a trilogy against Rhea properly at Mania, so...
Yeah. But I think... Ooh, do you think it'll be Io or Charlotte?
I'm sticking with Io, because that's
I would probably go with Io, too. Charlotte comes back. Everyone thinks, she's just gonna win. Maybe she's top 2 with Io.
Yeah.
And then Io. I feel like Charlotte could pick up Io a lot easier than Io would be able to.
So you going Charlotte?
I don't know. It'd be one of them two. It has to be one of them two, surely.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
And who do you think will be runner up in the men's?
Running up, I've got Punk tossing over Roman.
Yeah, I'd probably go Roman.
Because again, that's an interaction. We saw the promos going to War Games, so it's right there. And more if that's Heyman's favour.
Or what if it's Seth? Punk and Seth in the final 2.
Or Seth will absolutely go mental, though. Oh, that's a good one, too. Who you got? You going Seth?
I'm leaning towards Roman, but Punk, Seth in the final 2, going for Gunther's World Heavyweight. They both say, I want this title more than you, and then they end up being the final 2 would be dope. Roman or Drew could be final 2 because people think Drew is gonna.
That'll be you.
Yeah, I think the final 4. I think Cena, Drew, Roman, Punk, and Seth will be the final 5.
Yeah.
Cena gets eliminated 5th, and then the final 4 are Drew, Roman, Punk, Seth, and then you just kind of no idea. I think Punk wins it, and then who knows who's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do see that being how it ends up going.
It's first time in a long time. You don't know really who's going to be the men's Rumble for me.
Yeah, it's less predictable. Just 'cause there's so many big names in there now. And Mania, this is normally by now Mania would be kind of set in stone mostly. What you would roughly assume would be 80% of the card.
Yeah.
Here it's I don't know.
Well,
just because there's so many options for different people.
Plus the whole Rock thing just really threw a spanner in the works. before the whole Final Boss was not the Final Boss on Netflix and Raw, the
He
first
was
one.
like one of the favorites to win the Rumble as well.
That's it. Like you could have done the Cody.
Cody Rock, Rock Roman, Cody Roman Rock.
Yeah, there's still 3 matches there, man.
Yeah. Rock Cena.
Yeah.
Who knows? But now that Rock, I don't think will be involved in WrestleMania.
I can't see.
Is that a bold prediction? Is that one of your predictions?
Yeah, I got.
Rock will not be at Mania.
He's not gonna be at Mania. He's gonna be doing nothing for the rest of the year. Nothing. The Final Boss will be keeping busy with the live action Moana film, I believe.
Yeah, I thought that would have been filmed by now, and that's why he would have like the road to WrestleMania. But he's just not. I don't think he's going to be a part of it. Like the Cody segment on Raw and Netflix debut made 0 sense.
It just put all water on the fire they had there. Don't break my heart.
But I'm also not mad at it because now we can like not assume that it's going to be Rock as much, unless Rock comes out number 31. And it's a swerve, and he's actually a really bad heel. And
you said like, I think the Final Boss is going off.
Yeah, like
fuck that.
The Rock could be number 30, or and 30. If it's not 30,
31.
There's a chance he could be number 31 if he just makes it. I kind of don't want to see that because like it's kind of like it's a 31-man Rumble. It's kind of weird when you look back.
I know what you mean there, but it'd be easy heel for the Final Boss.
It would be really cool if you've just had number 30 come out. I don't know who it would be, whether it's someone like Roman or if it's someone like a return, but then you hear the countdown again, you're like, what the hell? And then it's The Rock, and he's like, you thought I was done, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. The Rock, he's The Rock. He can do literally whatever he wants. So if he wants to be that 31st man in the Rumble, he can literally make it happen, and it will happen, and people will go, oh crap, Rock's going to win the Rumble. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Punk beats Rock. That would be kind of cool.
Well, that's what I had in my fantasy booking.
Punk dumping The Rock over in the final 2 would be dope.
Well, that's what I had in my fantasy booking of the run before Raw on Netflix.
Do you think... So you don't think Rock's going to be number 31?
No.
It's a swerve and that he's still a heel?
He's not going to be involved for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I
can't see it.
He's just made everything...
Shit.
I feel like...
Well, they're going to shit, but just why?
It's just now so unpredictable. Yeah. Who do you think wins the chamber then? Men's and women's.
So my chamber obviously consists of Charlotte winning the chamber because I got Io winning the Rumble. And my other chamber, I got winning the number 1 contenders match, it would be Cena. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to have a third chamber match, I'm going to have Rollins walk out as a World Heavyweight Champion.
Wait, you went 3 chamber matches?
Well, you have the World Heavyweight Championship getting defended.
Mm-hmm.
You got the number 1 contenders for the WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then the women's number 1.
I feel like you stick with 1 men's, 1 women's for me. I think because 23 had the US title one, right?
Yeah, I don't usually like doing 3, but that's I think the only way you're gonna have all 3 making sense for me.
Have they ever done 3?
Yeah.
When?
I think there was a show in Saudi once. I think there's a tag team once. I think there was the US one, and there was another one.
Oh. I always thought it was 1 men's, 1 women's, always.
I prefer 1 of each, but I think for my booking, I'm going for 3 this time. Sorry.
Yeah, I would stick with 2. I just don't know if it, because I feel like last year was both number 1 contenders, and then this year I feel like Elimination Chamber works better as number 1 contenders.
I think so as well.
But I don't know.
Because if you want to go through the WrestleMania, you have to enter the chamber.
Yeah. If
you don't win the Rumble, obviously.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think I would have Punk winning the Rumble just because I wanted him to win a Rumble. And then beyond that, probably whoever Cody's going to verse, probably Randy. I would go Randy winning the chamber.
Okay.
Because I don't think he needs to be a 3-time Royal Rumble winner. I'd go Randy winning the chamber, Punk winning the Rumble, and then Io winning the Rumble,
or
Charlotte winning the chamber, I'm fine with swapping them 2 around. Like Charlotte can be a double Royal Rumble winner just because it'll make everyone hate her, and then Io can win chamber, still get the same result.
Yeah.
But I feel like the men's, I want Punk to be the Rumble winner, and then Randy or whoever to win the chamber.
Yeah.
Who do you have as Money in the Bank, men and women's?
Okay. For the men, I got Drew winning and cashing in at Clash of the Castle and finally getting his main in front of his people.
Mm-hmm.
As for the women, I'm going to go with Jade Cargill.
Oh.
So I think she's got a big baby face running now because I think Bianca's going to be the one that took her out.
You think Bianca's going to be heel?
Yeah, Bianca's going to be heel and then Jade's going to finally get her revenge probably the pay-per-view after Money in the Bank. Finally shutting down Bianca and then eventually goes on to win the world title later in the year and cashing in successfully.
Before I move on to my Money in the Banks, I think Bianca didn't attack Jade. I think Naomi attacked Jade, and maybe even that leads to a triple threat at Mania. Naomi, Bianca, Jade. Because I know people want to see Bianca Jade as a Mania match, but it just doesn't. I don't see anyone else except Naomi did that attack on Jade to steal her spot, get her best friend in Bianca back. Now she's the tag champ, so she's gaining all that kind of stuff. She's like, oh, I'm gonna help you, and then like, everyone's like, everyone's like, was it Piper? Was it Chelsea? Was it Bailey? And it's always like, no, it wasn't them. We figured out it's not them. No one in like people online have been saying Naomi. No one on WWE TV has said Naomi, so it's like trying to keep that a secret, like that it's Naomi. It has to be Naomi for me. Attack Jade.
Can I say something about that situation as well? You know, for the build for WrestleMania 4 when Savage won?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, so Andre won the title from Hogan, then just gifted to Ted DiBiase.
Oh, yep.
And guess what happened afterwards?
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. I can't say it right now.
DiBiase.
The $1 Million Man.
DiBiase.
Yeah,
DiBiase.
Yeah,
you're saying Beyonce.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just $1 Million Man.
Yep.
Just so like, here you go, here's the money for the title.
Yep.
And then they suspended the title and vacated it. Oh, so why isn't the World Tag Team Championships vacated because of it?
I think like Naomi coming in to like, I can step in, and then she's like acting all nice, like, I haven't earned it yet. Let me earn it, and then wins with.
But
Bianca.
Still, man, like you can't just give someone time.
It's like the Freebird rule. They've always kind of worked around as a, like she's always been that third wheel kind of thing.
I don't think she was that much of a
But I think she's been that, like, she doesn't want to be the third wheel since Jade came in later. So Naomi actually attacked Jade.
Alright.
Yeah.
What else?
My Money in the Bank winners, I've got Dirty Dom winning the
Dom.
men's. Just because he would be the funniest Money in the Bank. I would, if Drew cashed in successfully this year, I would be fine with Dom losing. Like, I think, like, a failed cash in every now and then is okay, right?
If you don't make
if you don't, like, the way they've done failed cash-ins in the past have been terrible.
Like the Braun on the Theory.
The Drew one was actually good. Like, I was completely fine watching Drew lose.
Yeah.
A lot of people said it was burnt the briefcase, but I think we would have had another run just like Tiffy's where the actual run looked dumb. It looked bad.
Wasn't very good.
And like made the Money in the Bank person holder look dumb. You can do that again with Dom. I think that's fine. That's because of Dom. It's funny. But if you did it with, let's say Jay was Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just kind of would like the way they book it is like, make mistake, and like, fake cash in. I don't really know what I'm doing until I do. But I think Dom, you could do it again with Dom because it's funny. It's Dom. And then the women's, it's got to be someone that isn't Dom. I think you could give it to, I don't know who I want for the women's.
Maybe Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I think she would have dropped the US by then. So but then they're both like Dom. You got Dom, and they're both kind of the same person, like kind of personality kind of thing. So I don't know. Maybe it's not Dom. Maybe Chelsea does win it, and then she can do that. But then
maybe Roxanne Perez.
Ooh, maybe. I really thought it out. Like, I got nothing. Maybe Becky. Becky's never won Money in the Bank.
Doesn't need it though either. Does not need it.
True. I don't know. Who's Lyra? I could see Lyra being a world champ by then.
I'm surprised you haven't said Zelina Vega.
Zelina, I've kind of come to terms with the fact that Zelina just does not get appreciated, and
I've got another option if you want.
What?
Jordan Grace. Straight to main roster, dominating people.
I thought that's who you originally had, but you said Jade.
I changed my mind.
But like Jordan Grace, I don't think I think she'll be main roster by then. Like she'll be on the main roster, but I don't think she wins Money in the Bank. I will go with. I'm going Lara. I think Lara could be someone that wins it probably. Yeah. Or you go Chelsea as like the dumb one, and then you give it to someone like Bron.
Or Drew, or Mello.
Yeah, like there's so many options that it could be. Like there's so many in the mid, especially the men's. Like the men's could literally go to anyone. Drew, Bron, Dom, Finn, anyone like that.
Sheamus go catching on the IC.
Yeah, like that.
That's only mid card to make any sense.
If you want someone to cash in on mid card, like now we know it's possible because Theory cashed in and lost. Firstly, if you cash in a mid card, do not lose. Like that's just completely barren. That's the worst one for me. Theory is the worst one for me because if you're cashing in on a mid card and losing, that's bad. Like if you cash in a world title, you lose. Sure, you got beat by a world champ, not a mid card champ. But I think if you're going to cash in on a mid card and make it actually successful, Sheamus could be a really good option.
Yeah.
I think he might be in the match, Money in the Bank match, and that could be his like motivation for being in the match, but I don't think he wins it. Yeah. But yeah, there's quite a few options. I don't fully know yet, but either Dom and Lara or Chelsea and Bron. There you go.
Yeah.
That's my combos.
Alright.
What kind of Rumble returns do you see happening?
Okay, I've got not that random, Matt Cardona.
That would be crazy.
I've actually thought
That
this
would be hype.
Since the Edge did his TNT, or the Cope Open, sorry, that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. Always ready, Matt Cardona, that giant pop. I'm like, you know what? I think it'd be an even bigger pop for the Rumble. Yeah. So that's why I think that's an easy one for the men's. I have Rikishi coming back for my Royal Rumble as well.
Ooh, that would actually be cool. I didn't think about that.
I got Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
I also have Nick Aldis doing a cheeky little cameo.
Nick Aldis in the Rumble.
Just a piece of Owens, basically.
That'd be cool. I don't see that happening, but that would be cool.
I also have Scott Steiner being in the Rumble. Jeez. I got a loaded Rumble with all those old fellas.
Yeah.
Well, not loaded, sorry. A lot of like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. It actually made sense of him as well. Like the scene.
Yeah. Rikishi makes sense. Steiner, I guess, makes sense. Yeah.
And I have Braun just basically killing Braun, and obviously this whole Nexus Cena thing.
Yeah. I really like if Joe Hendry is not in this Rumble, it is like this has potential to be the greatest Rumble of all time. I'm saying it right now. The men's has potential to be the greatest Rumble we have ever seen. I'm putting that out there.
I agree.
I think that's my bold prediction. This will be the greatest Rumble we've ever seen.
I like it.
It's like if Rock's number 31.
Good.
Joe Hendry's in it. Cena's going to be there. Roman's going to be there. Like the amount of the final 7 who we will not have a clue who's going to win. Potential of a New Day thing with Big E. Big E, if he comes back, you don't think he's going to be there.
I don't have Big E coming back at least till next year. It's a neck, man. You can't be too careful. So
yeah, again, selfish. I just want to see it. But yeah, like I don't know if he actually will. But like, if we get a New Day thing with the Big E, I really want to see a spot with Ridge Holland. I just like the New Day, Xavier and Kofi in the ring, and then you maybe hear Big E's music, but then it changes to Ridge's music or something. So I don't know. Ridge comes out to Big E's music, and then like the New Day go from to and then it's actually Ridge, and then Big E comes out in the next one. Something like that could be really, really cool. I don't know. It has potential to be the greatest Rumble of all time. You've got like if Joe Hendry's there, and then you get R-Truth right after, like that would be goated.
You gotta be everything for my Rumble, like.
Yeah.
You got to me. I got
legends. I don't have much room for legends, like because of how many names on the main the actual main roster that you need to put in there. So, I don't have many room for legends, like especially the men's. Like I just don't see many. I do think maybe a Wade or like a Corey Graves or someone just because of like.
Maybe a Booker T.
The commentator thing.
Maybe.
Booker T's had his thing 2 years ago. Like I don't want to see Booker T again.
Okay.
Well,
you know what? He did have a match recently against Zilla.
Yeah. We could see debut. We could see someone like a Zilla Fatu or like a. I think Jacob Fatu will be unstoppable. Like he could be at the end. He could be in the final 6.
He won't win it though.
No, he won't win it. But if he gets to the final 6, like he's like main event.
Well, it's not that bold, but I got him as knocking over the most people for most eliminations.
Yeah, he'll come in at like 15. There'll be 14 people in the thing already.
Not that many, but not many.
He'll probably come in later, like 23, and then eliminate like.
No, I reckon go in the middle, just clear out the middle.
Yeah.
To make it real feel like a rumble. This is another that bold for me, but for a mid card, Sheamus will finally win the IC belt. You ain't going to do it via cash. I think the best way to do it is just a clean one, maybe SummerSlam or
I've got him
maybe Cena's last show. That's going to be pretty massive.
I've got him beating Gable. I've got, if you've watched the last one, Gable wins the IC from Cena after Cena has an IC Open Challenge, and then you've got Sheamus beating Gable later in the year, maybe next year. I don't know if we'll see it this year. We've kind of skipped the Women's Rumble. Returns in the Women's Rumble. Do we see Becky?
Yes.
Do we see Charlotte?
Yes.
Do we see Asuka?
I'm going to say yes.
Do we see Alexa Bliss?
Yes.
Do we see Carmella?
Probably not. It's just a gut feeling.
Fabu. Is it fabulous or glamorous?
Fabulous.
Okay. And then do we see AJ Lee? That's the one I really, really, really want to see. I would die. Like,
no, you're not going to die.
There are 3 people that I would lose my absolute mind for. It's Joe Hendry, Big E, and AJ Lee. Those 3 are the ones that I'm like, if I see them, I will lose my mind.
If I want one,
AJ Lee's number 1.
She's my priority there.
Yeah.
I reckon I can't see it happening with AJ Lee. Though.
Yeah. I don't know if it happens, but like this is the perfect time, right? If you're gonna bring back AJ Lee, you have AJ Lee and Becky at Mania, and then you also have Seth and Punk at Mania. Like that's perfect. And then Backlash, you can have a mixed tag of Punk and AJ versus Seth and Becky. Yeah. Tell me that would not hang. And like, she's number 30, and like the crowd will lose their minds. Like it would be the greatest women's return ever. Like ever. It's like top 3 all time.
Maybe up there, yeah.
In general, along with Edge and Punk, and then AJ Lee will be like that top 3 of like the greatest like returns from a long hiatus. AJ Lee would just be so dope. I like my childhood was AJ Lee as the Divas champ.
I got another prediction.
I want AJ, but I don't know if we'll see it.
I got another prediction here, and again not involving a woman. So Charlotte will come back, and I reckon she'll make Andrea a heel with her.
That would be cool.
Because I think Andrea's got like a 2nd generation or 3rd generation. I think his father or uncle or something like that. All these Mexicans related somehow. Not trying to generalise, but most of the cases are. They come back as a heel, where he said, no Big E, I can't see it.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock will be back.
Oh, wow.
I think it's going to be a showcase. No, not showcase. There's going to be a sneak mistake in the trailer for the 2K. I'm like, oh shit, Brock's in the 2K. What's going on there? And then he'll eventually come back.
Wow.
Probably Raw after Mania or SmackDown after Mania. Or
I don't think the way of finding out Brock's going to be a thing is in the 2K.
I reckon someone's going to make a mistake in 2Ks and then like, oh, that's Brock. And then
I think I feel like they can't stop. Like that's gonna make it obvious he's coming back. I think Brock coming back needs to be like full surprise. So I surely they don't leak it in a WWE 2K trailer.
I can do it by accident.
That would be kind of crazy.
What
I want to see with Andrade, right? I do think him being heel perfect. I kind of want to see, not straight away, because when Charlotte comes back, she's going for a world title. Let's be real. But what if at Mania, Selena wins the Women's Intercontinental?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then tries to, like, turns heel or something maybe in that process. Gets Andrade, and then Charlotte and Selena have a feud.
And
to do with Andrade being heel, and then they're both kind of like,
Mm.
oh, but then people would cheer for Zelina over Charlotte, so I guess she's not heel. I don't know. I just kind of think a Zelina and
Well-
Charlotte feud with Andrade would be kind of dope.
there's something there.
Because, like, Charlotte's obviously married to Andrade and Zelina, and Andrade used to have the pairing that they had back in the day when they were heel in NXT.
Talking about the Flairs, I've got Ric Flair coming back this year.
In the Rumble?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, God, let me just die in the ring again. No, I think he's going
I want to see Gunther Ric Flair. Woo! just kill him. He'd die in the ring.
Oh, I think people get... When they make Gunther a babyface?
Yeah.
And actually, should we do a handicap match and then Tsunami to Ric Flair?
Oh, yeah. 2-on-1. Gunther. Imagine a triple threat at SummerSlam. Gunther, Ric Flair, and Bronson Reed for the World Heavyweight or something. Ric Flair's just like, I'm going to get my 17th. And then this is my final match. And then Gunther and Bronson Reed are like, no.
Didn't he say that on Twitter, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to tsunami Ric Flair, and then you want me to tsunami Hulk Hogan as well. We won't see Hulk Hogan ever again.
No.
On live. No,
Well, you know what?
after that absolute shocker at our Netflix debut, never again will we see Hulk Hogan do something live.
Well, I reckon
they're still advertising him for like Saturday night's main event. Like, we're coming back to you, brother, or whatever. Like,
talking about these old timers as well, I reckon American Beer will drop the sponsorship, mate. Like, that's not a good look. What happened? Like, booing the absolute piss out of him.
Yeah. I kind of want to look at the... Okay, so who do you think... People that haven't won singles titles yet, Xavier Woods, do you think he wins one?
I do not have him winning a Smith card.
We both have Chad Gable.
You both got Gable. I reckon somehow Kaiser will win a mid card somehow.
Kaiser could win that.
Sheamus, we also said Sheamus, obviously.
Jey Uso. I know he's won the IC before, but like,
yeah,
will Jey Uso win a proper singles title again?
I think he will win maybe the world title later in the year.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he will win the world title.
Like the World Heavyweight Championship after off of Drew or something like that.
Something, yeah.
I think Cena will be on for the WWE Championship against Randy.
Yeah.
Randy beats Cody for it. But then the World Heavyweight will obviously change hands a bit more because it's the WWE's kind of more known for its longer reigns. Yeah. So once Gunther drops it, I think to Seth or Punk before WrestleMania, so we can get Seth, Punk, and potentially Drew at Mania.
Yeah.
And then after that, they can lose it to a...
Jay or Gunther Jay.
Probably a heel. Or it can be Jay, like it's... Jay's... I could see Seth turning heel or like something.
Well, Seth is... that's bound to happen.
Yeah, so then Jay could beat Seth. Do we get this Drew, KO, Seth team, super team versus...
Punk, Roman,
Cody, or like add Solo and like...
Yeah, something like that.
Do you think we get that triple threat, the 3-on-3 or...
Like... You know what, that sounds like a Saturday night's main event. Yeah. That's why I think that's why I can play needs for it.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I reckon there's something else that's a bit off topic. I reckon Grayson Waller will finally split from Theory.
Okay, you finally think that's going to happen?
And Waller will go to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And to give a big up yours to Shawn Michaels, was going to win the NXT title.
Wow. Waller becoming...
Maybe I've been playing 2K too much, but that's what happens. I mean, you know what? I can see it. I can see it happening.
Well... So you think Waller and Theory are going to split? Let's talk about some other kind of like storylines that never really think. Otis, do you think Otis Gable is done now? Because Gable's beat Otis.
I think there'd be
and Gable thinks he's moved on. I don't think it's done.
I think there'd be like a no DQ match somewhere. I don't know where.
The Gable Otis match wasn't even that crazy. Like
I reckon no DQ. Maybe it's on its main event again.
Yeah, they were so close to getting it perfect, and then they just threw it all away.
They let it on the back bench for way too long.
All because of the Wyatt Six coming in and killing Gable, and then just did not touch it again. And it's like they kind of tried to bring it back for one match. They've got to continue that, and they've got to get it back to what it was. I want to see a Gable Otis Mania match, but it's kind of like mid card, and like unless they can build it up to what it was, it's not Mania level anymore. But if they can build it back to what it was, that's Mania worthy for me. Like it was it was neck and neck with the the prime Rhea Liv stuff and the prime Drew Punk stuff. Like, it was neck and neck with all that kind of stuff.
It was very
It was so good. So,
oh,
like, Otis was getting bigger pops than any of them for Rhea Liv, Drew, and Punk.
yeah,
Like,
he was getting good pops. Yeah.
I kind of want to see it come back, but I don't know if it will. Like, it's lost so much steam. So if they can bring it back, it's going to be at Mania. But otherwise, I don't know what we're going to see from that.
Any predictions for the new WWE 2K25 coming out? Any predictions?
I'm not as involved in the 2Ks and stuff as you would be.
I'm gonna say CM Punk showcase mode.
That I
because I think the only one person that's really missing for me is John Morrison. It's not that big a deal because he won his first time was the ECW championship off him in the 15 minutes of fame match in ECW.
Yeah,
and you can talk about it, but I'm not the whole Shield stuff. Because like they came in as his group, you know?
Yeah.
But you can still have a Shield match. I think it was 2014 Raw Goes Old School. We had a Roman versus Punk match where Roman beat him pretty clean. And so you can be like, alright, that's a Shield gear unlock for that part, you know?
There's two options I have besides the Punk one. One I don't think will work because you've told me it won't work. Bray Wyatt.
You got Brian, man.
I think a Bray Wyatt showcase mode would be really cool, but like the Daniel Bryan stuff and
the Shield
stuff like that. The other one I just thought of, a Bloodline one.
That could work.
That's probably next year because it's still kind of going. But you could do like the Roman's reign,
like defend or like a tower mode or something.
Yeah, he versus Daniel Bryan and Edge in one match, but you can skip it because they're both at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, like, you could do Roman's reign and just the key moments from the Bloodline, but maybe you wait till, like, a year or two, and then wait till the story's fully done.
And hopefully they retired by then.
And do that kind of showcase, with, like, all the new Bloodline stuff with Solo and stuff. Because I feel like that's going to I feel like we're probably going to get Solo, Jake, and Fatu eventually.
Yeah, sure.
And then, because I love you, Solo.
No,
and then I hate you, Solo. And then just like his crazy... Jake Fatu's a maniac. Does he win singles gold?
Yeah, he'll win a mid-card. Yeah. And I think kind of like a Gunther reign, just like bring them all on and he'll just knock them all down. Yeah. I think that's what I can kind of...
Like, I see him winning the US and then just holding it for ages. Because he is so perfect for like a super long reign.
Well, like Umaga had a little run with the IC, but not super long.
Not 600 days like Gunther, but like a 200 day, 150 at least.
Something like that. Yeah.
6 months or more. But yeah, Jacob Fatu, he's just so good. Like, he is one of my favorites to watch in the ring. He's just unbelievable.
He just intensity,
he's just so fast.
The intensity and like everything's so high impact. I've got a bit of a random one here. No one's gonna see this. For your NBA lovers here, I think we'll have a match in New York here, right? Because Trae Young is hated in New York, especially the Knicks. Mm-hmm. So I got Trae Young and AJ Styles both from Atlanta going up against Jalen Brunson, the gun of the New York Knicks, and Matt Cardona. I know he's from Long Island, but mate, it's gonna happen. They've had a few teasers here and there.
Trae Young versus Jalen Brunson.
Mate, he's the most hated man in New York. I swear to God, Trae Young. And unfortunately, we got some releases.
Before we get to the releases, who do you have NXT call-ups? I think Trick gets called up.
Yeah, got Trick.
I think Wesley gets called up. I think Roxanne Perez gets called up. Potentially Cora Jade as well. Does Cora?
Yeah, I think them two...
Cora's never won the NXT Women's title.
But I love her, but I don't think she needs to. I think them two in the women's tag division could do some pretty cool things, I reckon.
And then Ethan Page...
I'm not necessarily sold on Ethan Page.
I could see him coming up.
I can see him, but I'll wait on him yet. Just keep waiting.
And then I can see Fraxium coming up.
Fraxium sooner than later, but I would go leaning towards Metal 4 because they've already done a bit of stuff on SmackDown.
Yeah, Metal 4 will get caught up, yeah.
With the stuff on SmackDown already, so...
All of Metal 4?
Yeah.
Even like Ora Mensah?
Yeah.
I don't know... I haven't watched too much of him and Noam Dar, but...
Noam Dar can...
Yeah, Noam Dar has been down there for a while. So you can bring up all of Metaphor, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So Metaphor,
Trick.
Wesley,
Yeah.
Roxanne and Cora.
Would you say Joe Hendry's a call up?
I think after the Rumble, he's main roster.
Yeah, okay.
Or even if it's just TNA and then they
Smith.
sign him later as like a free agent or something.
Sooner than later, because apparently, around that time, they've just had renewed some contracts. Like Grayson, Hendry expired at the same time, I've heard.
Yeah.
And same as Josh Alexander.
Because Joe Hendry, when I go to America, I want to see Joe Hendry live as well. Like I want to be there for that entrance. Ugh.
I got another 2K one here.
Yeah.
I think since they're working so close with TNA, I reckon the Hives would be part of the 2K DLC next year.
That would be dope.
Because everyone loves the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
And
then, like you said in the Punk thing, that he could verse Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy in the Steel Cage, or the SummerSlam.
But then...
Or Night Champions, or the Punk Cashing, whatever you want.
How would that be DLC if I think it's just base game?
Well, maybe he's unlockable then. Maybe not DLC, but just... I can... If you can do...
A secret unlockable.
Well, not that secret, though.
No. I don't know. I don't play the 2K games as much.
But, I think you can fit Punk in there... Punk high in there, to be honest, because their feeds that epic, and plus the whole TNA DLC. Maybe a TLC pack with TNA stars could be pretty cool.
A TNA pack with Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry. You could bring
the Hardys,
Nick Nemeth.
Well, you know what? That could be a shot. Is Nick Nemeth also coming to the Rumble? I'm here to show.
Is that his theme or something similar?
No, something different.
Completely different. Okay. I don't know.
Basically, he'll come out to his old theme just for that pop, and people would still remember, obviously.
Oh yeah. A Nick Nemeth, it's just no one. That's why if Matt Cardona came back, I would want the woo woo woo.
I'll do the woo woo
and then cut to the thing.
Always ready.
Yeah, I don't know Nick Nemeth. I don't know Matt Cardona's theme songs or anything. But woo woo woo, and I'm here to share the world. Do you think a bold prediction from myself? I don't know. I don't think Speed makes it all the way to the end of the year. WWE Speed.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
I think that's gone by the end of the year.
But I don't even know if the champions half the time.
It's currently Candice LeRae and Dragon Lee. A lot of people didn't know Dragon Lee. Still don't know that. He's been champ for a month, I think, and people still don't know that he's the champ.
Well, I know Andrade was a champ for a bit.
Yeah, it was Ricochet, then Andrade, and now Dragon Lee.
I know it's a cool idea on paper to just get into the small gift market.
Yeah.
But I can't...
at least, if you're gonna do that, show the Speed titles on TV. Show, they've shown one match, and it was the Sheamus Braun one that, kind of led to part of a feud starting kind of thing. But besides that, they have barely mentioned it.
Candice LeRae a little bit with the championship.
They mention, this person's a champ when they come on the screen sometimes. And then that's it. If she carried the belt around, sure. The Rock carries around the People's Champ, for God's sakes. You can at least have Candice LeRae holding her Speed title, it means something. It just doesn't mean anything right now. It's...
I got another thing. It's not about championship, sorry.
Yeah.
I reckon Raw on Netflix will eventually move back to 2 hours. I know it was 2.5 days, but it just felt like a bit of a slog today, man.
Yeah. I prefer the longer episodes. I just like watching more wrestling. It flowed. I thought it flowed pretty well. But I'm just trying to look up the roster so I can.
I'll just go on the WWE app and then you can just go superstars.
Oh.
Anyway, for some of the releases I got, I have Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
I have Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
And then I had.
Don't see them lasting.
Then I think I had one more written down in my notes. You going through my notes?
No, I think it was just them two. Apollo.
Oh, and Joe Hendry gets a it's not released. Sorry.
Yep.
He gets a contract with John Cena. A concert with John Cena.
Joe Hendry concert with John Cena would be dope. If you want to hear more about that, though, just go watch the John Cena thing.
Yeah.
I could see it being AJ Styles last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll continue wrestling after 2025. I'm just scrolling through, seeing Alexa Bliss. I think she comes back.
Yeah.
Does she come back as part of the Wyatt Six or
No,
anything?
I reckon she screams mid cut to me.
Yeah.
Well, Was Andre
we could see Chase U get a call up.
Yeah, Chase U.
Chase U's not a thing anymore, but Andre Chase, I guess, could be called up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Ariana Grace, so that's Santino's but TNA, isn't he?
Yeah, I think she already rocked up in TNA at one stage.
Yeah, she has gone to TNA, but we could see Santino come back. Maybe like an NXT segment as Santina or something. I don't know. Just something to do with Santino and NXT would be cool. Just like as a one-off. Does Austin Theory win any gold?
Nah, I reckon he stays a singles mid-cut and turns face.
Does Asuka win a WrestleMania match? Not this year. No.
She won at least one already, though, to be honest.
Yeah. I think they keep this streak going for a while.
Just for the lulz, eh?
Yeah, and then have it lead to something.
Blair Davenport will win the mid-card title as well.
Wow. Yeah?
Because, she just left when they got the North American for NXT. I'm like, bro, she was just right there for it.
She was a part of the tournament for the United States, I think.
Yeah, she lost in the first round.
But, we can go through the women's and see who do you think will get that kind of singles gold, I guess.
That's alright.
Does Alexa?
Yeah, she just screams icy. I think it will go to Zelina, from Lara to Zelina to Alexa. That's what
And then you got Blair winning a SmackDown one.
I don't know who against yet, but she'd be good.
Maybe Carmella. Carmella comes back eventually, right? Probably not the Rumble, but
yeah, eventually. I don't know when.
I think a Rumble would be cool, just near the middle. It's not a huge deal like number 30, but something.
Yeah.
Do you think Carmelo wins?
He's gonna win a mid card. Yeah, I reckon maybe. Actually, you know what? I think I had him mainly win the US.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Bronson, does he win the IC?
Maybe US again. Maybe he'd be.
Maybe
he'd be the one that I reckon it'll be. A lot of US title changes. I'll go from probably Melo.
US. So you think Bronson will be drafted to SmackDown?
Yeah, Bronson.
And then win US.
Yeah, then he'll take it off. Bronson take it off Melo. Then Jacob Fatu will probably hold for a while.
Bronson versus Jacob Fatu. That is a match I need.
I
need to see that.
Big
match.
men and just running in the intensity, bro. It's gonna go off.
Gable. Do we talk about?
Yeah, he's gonna win the IC with Sheamus. We said. We said Cora Jay's gonna get caught up.
Even she could
Will we reckon we're gonna see Bad Bunny at sometime this year?
Bad Bunny Logan Paul would be cool, but I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know. He's just kind of been quiet since Backlash, so it's we haven't heard anything. We haven't seen him.
Anything, yeah.
Who do you think will be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh,
I think Cena gets Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, Cena.
Cena, they'll make it so.
You know what he said? He's gonna do it. Once he's done wrestling, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I reckon The Rock will go in. Oh no! Oh.
You don't think Cena's this year? Wait, what?
Hang on.
Did you say Cena won't be this year? I think for the rest of the year, after Hall of Fame, it'll be Hall of Famer John Cena.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they do same gig as they have same gig as Rey Mysterio. You mean
yeah? Cena being the Hall of Fame for the rest of his run. I can see. I saw someone saying Charles Robinson should be there. That'd be cool.
I haven't thought about it yet. Because I don't care that much about it.
Yeah, it's the thing with Hall of Fame. It's a lot of the every year there's only a couple that I've even heard of, and then the rest of the people I've never heard of. People that are from the 50s and just really old people that I've never actually heard of. Meanwhile, there's so many people from the 90s 2000s that have been retired for ages and just still have not been, or people that have been is Mike Chioda the ref?
I don't think so.
Him and Charles Robinson would be the front two refs, I would say.
Unfortunately, I'll go on the Earl Hebner.
Oh, and he might already be. I don't know.
He's in the TNA Hall of Fame.
He's not in WWE.
No.
There's so many options. There's the past women's wrestlers from the Trish and Lita days. I don't know. But I do think Cena will be in the Hall of Fame this year. I think he'll headline the class. Do you think Dakota Kai will win it?
Yeah, probably more than likely. Maybe a damage control implosion, and then that could be that little thing like a fail 4-way or triple threat or something like that.
Dirty Dom.
He'll win something.
Win
something again. Pretty Deadly will be a tag team champs throughout the year.
Finn Balor, does he become
I don't
a
care.
world champ?
No.
Does he get a mid card at least?
He gets nothing. He might get
Nothing.
another tag team with JD maybe.
Grayson, you've got winning the NXT.
Yeah, NXT for
I
Grayson.
think when Ilya comes back, he'll win. He could win something.
He could, yeah. He also.
Jacob Fatu, yes, he will. Jade Cargill.
I said Money in the Bank already.
Yep. I think she could be a world champ by the end of the year. Not Tiffy, obviously. She's going to hold it till
Forever.
2029. She's going to hold it till 2039 when she retires. Who else? Kairi Sane?
No.
No.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I think Mandy Rose could come back though.
Do something with Otis?
Nah, talk to attraction. Gigi and Lacey, JC Jane. Sorry, I said Lacey Lynn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, them three together, bro. Ultimate heels. They're so bitchy and just not the type of people you'll like to date.
Karrion Kross.
Leave him. Let him do his thing. No belts.
I'm fine with that. Kevin Owens.
Maybe jump ship.
You think he leaves WWE?
There's a possibility.
Wow, that's big. Do you think LA Knight wins his title back?
No, I reckon again maybe
Shinsuke holds.
Shinsuke holds, and maybe Shinsuke leaves WWE and just stays in Japan.
Who do you think Shinsuke gets beat by?
I got the fair four-way at Mania.
With
AJ, Shinsuke, LA Knight, Mello.
and who wins?
Mello.
Wow.
Logan Paul, he'll get cancelled again somehow.
He will not win at singles.
He'll be cancelled again.
I think they'll keep working with him. Like, I don't see what can he be cancelled for this time. Like
Something.
Come on, surely not. Ludwig Kaiser.
He'll
you
win a
think
mid card.
Could win mid card. Lara's just won.
Yeah.
Maxine, no. Mi Chin.
Nah.
I don't see it. Montez? Do you think Montez?
Maybe
do you
they
think Street
yeah,
Profits?
they'll split. They'll split
Do you
after
think they'll
Mania.
split? Ooh. Naomi, I think she will eventually somehow. Natalia?
Go back to fighting.
So you don't think Natalia? Hold up for this.
It just glitched out on the phone for a second there.
Do we see Omos in 2025? Surely.
Future endeavored.
We don't. He's currently a champ.
Yeah, in Noah, the
in
tag
Noah.
team champ.
Do you think he'll bring that title to TV?
No, just leave him in Japan. Just leave him in Japan and let him get released and have fun.
That's fair.
Or Pete Dunne could maybe back to NXT, and all the first feud would be Tyler Bate. One of them two.
Yeah. I think R-Truth doesn't win singles gold, but I think he wins tag gold with John Cena.
Ray will finally retire. I am just.
Yeah, this could be Ray's last.
I
I actually think he retires 2026 after Mania against Dom.
maybe.
I don't think he retires this year. I think he retires next year.
I got that Ray retiring now.
I think he probably should retire this year.
Penta is there.
Yeah,
Now,
but,
there's no
but
point
I
for
want I want his retirement match to be against Dom, and I think 2026 would be good. Do you think Roxanne wins a singles thing?
I reckon tag with Cora, the World Tag
Yeah,
Team
I think
Championship.
Cora, the women's, that'll be dope.
On the main roster.
That'll be dope. I think, what if... No, Bianca and Jade won't lose it.
Are we having like a Liv Raquel?
Yeah, Liv and Raquel, and then Roxanne Cora. That'd be dope.
Yeah, some them two getting added. would be fun.
Roman.
What about Roman?
Do you think he wins a world title again?
Not this year. He does not. He's hurt for long enough. Not this year.
Sami Zayn.
He can keep licking Raymond's bumhole.
So, no.
No.
Do you think Santos wins mid-card?
No.
Do you think... Oh, Seth probably will. Shayna, does she win mid-card?
No. Nothing. Unfortunately.
Solo.
No. Or he'll have a few with Jacob Fatu though.
Yep. Sonya Deville.
No. Nothing. Who did you have, Mr. Stinky Bum?
The Miz, probably not.
Nah. I have thought about this.
The Tribal Chief Tonga Loa.
No.
No?
I saw something with, but I decided to change my mind. That happened the year after.
What?
No, I'm not gonna say
Okay.
it.
Trick, I think he could.
What that Trick? Maybe he can. He'll have a few of Mello obviously on the main roster same stage.
We're saying a lot of names that we think could, so a lot of them won't. But I'm just listing names that are up there. Wesley, probably not. Xavier Woods.
Nah.
Zelina Vega.
Yes, big,
100%. Zelina is going to win the women's IC off Lyra. Zelina's definitely winning the women's
And
IC off Lyra.
Zarya will win something in NXT. Don't know what.
Yeah, she
Sure.
eventually will. And then Zoe Stark.
She can.
What do you think happens to PFC?
They will eat a tuna sandwich.
They won't make it
No.
very far. They won't make it past halfway through the year.
Do you reckon they're released?
Oh no, they'll just split up. Even if they just kick one member out and then two of them are a tag team and then one of them does something solo. In the ad during this second episode of Raw on Netflix, they had a thing where Zoe said she was going to come after the winner of Lara and Dakota, which ended up being Lara.
Yeah.
And then Sonia's like, what she means is one of us will, because Zoe just kind of said that she will, and then Sonya gave her a weird look.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to see that implode. Them three individually,
I'm too bad.
they're fine. If they booked this right, they would have actually been good. I actually don't hate the trio. It's just their booking is boring and they're all just kind of boring. But
Job squad basically.
yeah, I do think they're okay. They're not bad. It's just they're just kind of boring. But they are three badasses that if they were booked like badasses, they would be good badasses.
I just have them, but basically, what I'll have, Sonya's a good mouthpiece. Zoe is not bad here. Just let Shane do all the wrestling. Just basically be a cheerleaders.
Yeah, it has potential, but they're just not working at all.
Yeah.
I
think that's it for 2025.
Yeah, and Sheamus, I see.
Yeah, he's
By
beating Gable.
the end of this year or 2026?
Yeah, by the end of this year, I reckon maybe on the season last year, Sheamus would beat Gable.
Maybe SummerSlam actually.
No, too early. Too early.
Yeah. Okay.
Let Gable cook.
That's gonna be it for this episode. We just blabbed on. We threw stuff.
Oh, last call, the hottest one of them all. Vince McMahon will get another wrestling company.
Wow. And with that, we've just thrown 50 minutes of stuff at the wall and hoping some stuff sticks. We'll come back to this at the end of the year probably and look at some of our predictions and see if what went right, what was terrible. That's it for this episode. See you more.
See you more.